Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. These 2 teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. This, the 2nd meeting between these 2 division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. This is Hines. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Hines. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. On play action, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back.
Throwing is Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Wentz. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
On first down, it's Hines. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run with Hines. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
On the move to his left. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Hines. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Derrick Henry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 33. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. Off play action, Tannehill. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. 25 yards that time.
These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0.
Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Third and goal, option right. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Bullock's kick is good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one's on Quentin Nelson, the all-pro guard. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a play fake. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd. They run again with Hines. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It was Matthew Adams who got him down on the defensive side. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Tannehill. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 5 from the 8. Back to throw, Tannehill. Caught on the slant. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touch.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Titans have taken the lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Being chased out left. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Just like that. Just like that. 55 Mike. Check, 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 check. 55. Yeah. All right. Let's go, let's go.
Wentz to throw again. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And he's corralled, but not before getting him inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On play action, Wentz. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, it's Hines. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
You can't block me. You can't. Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 47 is the mic.
Hines. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Blankenship's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this 4th quarter. Well, the drive starts with a completion left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Henry again on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Tannehill to throw. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Henry. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing Tannehill. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hines. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
One final try now for Wentz. Flush to his right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Titans, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.